What is blazing, everybody? Blazer56 here, and welcome back to another How to Draw. Today we are going to be drawing Sonic from the anime series Sonic X. I consider it as an anime series, so that's what we're going with. So as always for these How to Draw, we start off with a nice base of what the character is going to look like. And as I mentioned before, in the last How to Draw video, a base is basically your roadmap to how the character is going to be presented. So now we're gonna start with the drawing of Sonic with the head, the eyes, the ears, and going on so far there. So now we're starting with the nose, the mouth, and I will be changing the mouth later in this video just because I did not like the way that it looks. So now we're going to be starting with the hands. Hands are very tricky to work out when you're drawing, so always make sure that you have a little guide as to draw hands. That will help you out a lot when you're drawing. And now we're going to draw the body of Sonic, starting with the torso, the legs. And now we're going to move on to the feet of Sonic, his shoes. I'm actually not sure what to call the white portion of his shoes, but that's just me. Alright, now that we did the full drawing of Sonic, I'm just fixing the mouth, and now we will get into the coloring portion of Sonic. I went ahead and erased that one part of Sonic's head because I forgot to do that. And so now we're drawing the basic colors of Sonic, and later you will see more details of Sonic. I added extra shading to Sonic regarding his assets of the character. And I wanted to go ahead and give a tip to all of my traditional artists out there. Basically what a traditional artist is you specialize in drawing on paper. So my tip for all my traditional artists out there is make sure when you're doing inking, basically adding color to the drawings that you're making, always make sure that you do it in one direction. When I was little, I used to ink in multiple directions, and the picture didn't come out. It came out in all directions, and you don't really want that. So make sure that when you're inking, you always do it in one direction so it looks more clean. And so as you can see, I'm adding the shading effects of Sonic. And the tip I want to give to all of my digital artists, the artists who draws digitally on a tablet or a drawing monitor, is always make sure that you pay attention to your reference when drawing certain characters or drawing certain concepts that you're coming up with, because having a reference is always important and just a smart move in your sense of drawing, so that it comes out the way that you want. And this also goes for all of my traditional artists out there as well. And so now I am adding the shading portions of the eyes, and now I will move on to the shading portions of his ears, mouth, and belly. And as you can see, Sonic had two styles of shading when it came to his mouth. One was a little bit darker, one's a little bit lighter. When you're shading in your drawings, you observe the lighting that you want for your drawings, because sometimes certain parts of your character or certain parts of the drawing has lighter colors, so it reacts to sunlight, and then other parts have darker colors, so it acts as the shadow. And so now I am applying the shading effects first hand for the shoes, and now I'm doing Sonic's belly, the shading effects for Sonic's belly. I went for a lighter one, but I went for a darker shade instead, just thinking that would be a little bit more effective. And once again, Sonic had two types of shading for his arm there, just to show the different styles of shading. And so now I am doing the shading for Sonic's shoes. I'm doing the basic colors for his shoes as well as the shading. And this goes back to my tip for all my digital artists when you're working in a digital program. Always work in layers, just so that, as you can see, I am applying different shades of his shoes, but they're not colliding together with the top layers that I applied. And for this, I am basically just coloring over all the parts that are white, so that when I do a transparent background, it doesn't look all the white parts don't look transparent. And so I just use a basic color. As you can see here, I turn on the transparent background and just erasing the parts that I colored over. And I got a little fancy, just adding a nice little shadow under Sonic. And now I'm gonna add a gradient background. You don't technically need to do this. This is just me being a little fancy with it. And that is how you draw Sonic the Hedgehog from Sonic X. So if you guys enjoyed these videos and want to see more on the channel, you already know what you need to do. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want. Comment down below, and comment down below what characters you would like to see me do or how to draw next. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you again.